You
Good
can't.
evening, everybody. I'm having so much fun, I just can't stand it.
That's our. That's his Call of Duty call sign. I can't add it. Hey, you need to learn how to type nail. Nail.
I can't help
I just did it. I just did. Oh God, bless it, Tiny Tim and everyone. You probably can't even see.
man. Cry me a river.
Oh, there's some blood.
You gonna pass out or something?
Well, I was thinking about it.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Full moon, and my wife's like, "You might want to make this short story quick and come to bed." And you stepped on a nail.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Hey, y'all, I want to tell you something. Hurt worked his tail. I mean, his tail, his ab tail, monkey ass tail off, trying to figure the software out on his own. And Miles PC Repair, I hope you're listening. To get my computer back. Uh, this ain't easy for Hurt. This ain't easy for me. This ain't easy for anybody. Imagine yourself waking up saying, "You know, I'll get my voice out there, and I don't know what I'm doing." Well, we're almost there. And it's driving us crazy. That's the little things. We're trying to make this good for y'all, but I want y'all to understand. Hurt is working his tail off, and I'm no help to him. I'm none.
well, thank you for that, Scott. You see all this gray? It's really getting gray now. I'm getting more and more every day. You know, hell, I ain't had a laptop in years, and then one I did have was so outdated. So I get a new one and pull all this stuff up. And this is all Greek to me. I I'm learning as I go. That's all I can tell you. So if I screw up, people, be patient. I'll get it right eventually.
So
I'll
here,
get it right.
I keep telling Hurt, and I just told him 10 minutes ago, if that most people will watch these videos and watch us get better and better, but what they're going to pick up on this is, man, these aren't produced. This isn't recorded. We're being as natural constitutionalists. We're going to make mistakes, but y'all going to grow with us. And when we make it to the big time, y'all make it to the big time. But there's no way, Hurt, and I can guarantee you, CNN, Fox News quality, HBO. That's not what you're going to get here. What you're going to get is two fellas, dudes, whatever, just trying to share comments and truths and opinions and hope to God we can make this little round rock a little bit better. But we ain't perfect. But Hurt's busting his B off. He's doing a good job. So somebody better say something in the comments about, hey, well, Rednecks, you guys are doing pretty good.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
I
That's all I
guarantee
can do is try.
you, Hurt's going to just explode on the next one of these shows y'all see. He's going to come on saying, hey, look at this. And he's going to need a big pat on the back because that's the kind of guy he is. He's chomping at the bit,
Hmm.
thinking, man, I got to learn this. Once he gets something, I'll be his co-host and say, well done, sir. Well,
Well, thank you, but that ain't. It's just I'm learning because me. My patience is about that much. Yeah, about that much. Yeah. Yep. Later goes Scott. Down back up again. My patience is very
tra-
fragile, and I get aggravated really quick when
tra-
something doesn't work right. So,
transparent, transparent's the word you're looking for.
oh yeah, you'll see it. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. If I'm in a good mood, I'm in a good mood. But
Let's tell everybody what we're going to talk about, or we thought we were going to talk about, and everybody should understand by now. It bounces around, but the first thing that I talk about is going to be P Diddy. But what I want to go back to is who the hell is Hurt, and who the hell is Scott? Right? Who's David? Who's Scott? David can can follow. I'm going to start it, but David's going to follow up with this. I didn't know David. We played some war games. We got a game going, and if you guys are interested in that, we're going to start giving you some information on it because we're almost there. But I met David IT wise, right? Playing games online. And he came to my home, and then we went to Tulsa, and then we went to
Went to Tulsa, then I went to your house, then we went to California.
what David does. He keeps me in line. So I knew it was those three things. But we met, and we should never have met, right? 100 years ago, or 50 years ago, or 10, 20 years ago, we wouldn't have met. As soon as we met, we knew we were like minded. I'm not the cue card or the kindness to David's verbiage that he's trying to get across. I speak too much. David is way more kind than me. He is a Marine, but we met under weird circumstances. Clay Clark, General Flynn. We went to Tulsa. Had some fun there. We'll talk about that later on another show. But David and I aren't neighbors, right? We live what 1,800 miles away, 2,000 miles away.
Yeah, something like that. If that far. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that far. 1,200.
Go ahead. I'll let you finish. So I just wanted the viewers to understand this is not two neighbors, two buddies that grew up together. David and I, 4 years ago, didn't know who each other was.
No. And I got invited to go to Tulsa. Go ahead and get on that screen. I got invited to go to Tulsa with Scott.
I'm just showing how, dude.
Yeah. And had a good time in Tulsa. I got to meet some people there that I never would have met in my life, thanks to Scott and one of my idols.
Your dream girl.
My dream girl, my idol, Laura Logan. Got to meet her, got to take a picture with her. The strongest woman I know. She is the strongest woman I know. See, there's Scott. There he goes, putting up little pictures and stuff. See, he's always going to try to throw shit on me. Anyways.
I'm working from a phone. Wait till I get my laptop back. It's
going to be a blast because you don't know. I'm waiting for you to get your laptop back.
Set up again. I'll hit mute and go back to that camera.
No. Now, how much of that story you want me to tell them?
I want you to tell it all after I say 10 seconds. And what I'm telling y'all is what Hurt's about to tell you is this woman is the toughest woman on the planet. And they fired her and told her to shut up and not tell her story. If Hurt tells you her story, you're going to cry. It's painful, but she's patriotic, and she just kept fighting on anyway. But go ahead.
Well, I won't tell her story. They can look it up because that's something that they need to read up on and do the research and see what kind of woman she actually is because she's badass. Excuse my language, badass. And my goal, somewhere down the road, this show is to have her on this show. That is my goal. That is one of my main goals. You're still muted, Scott. I can hear you talking, but you're muted.
All right. You already know we can make that happen. It's not something I can promise tomorrow, but Hurt and I both met her. We know the crew. Actually, the first time I met Hurt was where? Tulsa. And
at the Crack Hotel.
Clay Clark, General Flynn. It was the patriotic group. As some of you already know, I'm Patriot Hour, and 22 or 26 of our shows, all. And then I said, Hurt, I'm going to go to Tulsa, and he goes, I want to meet her. So because I was friends with him and he was interested, I'm like, let's do that. So I'm sitting at the shittiest, right? I'm not swearing, shittiest motel in Tulsa. And then here comes this beep, 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 beep. And I'm sitting in my room. Everybody's with us. And I said, that's got to be Hurt. Never met the man before. And as soon as I laid eyes on him, he walked in my room and goes, whose hat's that on that end table or the dresser over there? I said, that's mine. He goes, yeah, that's not how you treat a hat. And he taught me a lot about wearing a hat, a real cowboy hat. But I knew it was him, and he didn't disappoint. And I look back at that moment like That's how I know I can love this guy. He didn't come in just being weird or asking questions. He came in strong. He came in as a Marine, and I knew who he was because I've talked to him over the phone for 2 or 3 years prior. But we met at General Flynn and Clay Clark's Patriot rally after most of us uh, conservative followers, Trump followers, got zapped from YouTube and lost all of our people. It was meant to be. So Hurt got stuck with me, and maybe later he'll tell you that story about he just met me and then he saved me.
Later date, later time. Y'all love it, but later date and later time. Harmy just put up there in chat, Fox News, ex-Soros fund managers assistant lived lavishly while luring women from abuse and sex dungeon prosecutors. You're muted.
Oh, I'm muted. I'm sorry. I know I was muted.
What are you reading then? It seems like you're talking. No, you ain't talking now?
I am talking.
All right, there you go then.
I'm in the Harmy, and you know me. I always talk out loud first and then type second.
Oh, yeah. Yep. No, we're not shocked.
By the way, y'all, get familiar with Harmy. He's our good buddy, and he gave us criticism, and it was good criticism. Like, somebody's got to keep you guys on track. We need text messaging. Right? Harmy is going to be he's going to be our first mod. He's going to make sure he keeps us on track. Kurt and I do this, go to A, B, C, come back to A. And Harmer's like, you can't do that, guys. You just can't do that. And he's right.
Yeah, he's right. He'll be probably one of our first guests, too.
Compassionate liberals.
That's it. Compassionately. Oh, Harmy. He's retired Air Force, folks. Retired Air Force. So, Harmy go compassionate.
Yeah, he is probably more compassionate than you and I. All right, let's go to P. Diddy. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
So Diddy was just finally convicted, right, and sentenced, and they gave him 5 years, and he served what, 18 months. So he's got 3.5 or so. He's crying. His followers are crying. How do you only get 5 years for raping and making sure prostitutes and whatnot, traveling around the country, paying for people, putting them on planes, and just doing all of them nasty deeds? I'm glad that judge at least gave him 5, but if that was a conservative appointed judge, he had 20 to life. So
Okay.
they put a monster back on the street.
That's okay. That is life. That is history. The reason why that happened is because who else was at those? Yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. Yo, you get paybacks for help. The reason why is because who else was at those parties that names didn't want to come out? So what do you think? What do you think?
I'd like to hear from other people other than you and me, because you and I already talked about this stuff.
Yes.
But this dude is a monster. At all levels, monster. He killed people's lives. He hurt people. He did sick, nasty things. Look, as I talk, you see that picture just vibrate?
Yeah.
Listen, Matt, if he's listening or his people are listening, I'm sorry. Come hurt me, P. Diddy. But what you did to people, 5 years ain't no way.
Oh, that's great.
But I did bowl with one of his supporters the other night. He goes, "Oh, free P Diddy. His music's good. He's this. He's that." I'm like, dude, he literally promoted monster sizing youth, teenagers, little boys, little girls, even adults. So F that.
Yeah. Well, you know, P Diddy's P Diddy. But I'm just thinking the people that were at those parties is why it didn't go further than what it did.
Right.
Money talks, bullshit walks. That's that's life in the big leagues. And I don't care if you're conservative, constitutionalist, or liberal. It goes for everybody. Money talks, bullshit walks. I'm sorry. That's just that's corruption we need to fix right there.
There you go. We're gonna do it again. And the point is, hurt nice rights don't stop or start where your feelings do. So get used to this. If you don't like the show, leave it. But this one bothered me. Diddy got 5 years, so he already served 18 months. So he's gonna be 2.5 or 3 years. That ain't enough, man. That ain't enough. They should have kept his ass in there until he was 90 and couldn't do anything when he got out. But 2 or 3
Well, he
years,
could have got 20. He could have got 20.
they should have gave him 20.
Mm-hmm.
You and I would have gave him life.
I would have got 20. You would have got 20
Why?
because
And got money.
we're working class rednecks. That's why.
I couldn't believe it, man. The other night, I text her. I could not believe this. I'm like, 5 years, and he's going to get time served. So he's only got like 3 years to do, and he's got $300 million. He's fine. He's freaking out. His lawyers and everybody's telling him, dude, it's fine. It's fine. 2 or 3 years is hard to do, I'm sure, right? But he's going to get out as a young man and still have all of his money. And they didn't hit him with a big enough penalty or fine or sentence. He didn't learn shit. He did. He's got too much power, too much clout, too much money, too much influence. 10 years from now, he'll look back at his 2 or 3 years in prison going, that was easy. That's a big problem.
Yep. Probably come out and do it again, but be sneakier about it. That's all.
Oh, he's going to do it again.
You know he will.
It's in his blood.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So what about, we can move on and go to the drug boat that got just destroyed the other night again. I don't know if it was the second, third, or fourth time it's happened, but the U.S. Navy fired on that drug boat leaving Venezuela, and boom.
I think that's the fourth drug boat.
Yeah.
And I've heard people ask, well, how do you know it's a drug boat? Not well, because there's cocaine all over the damn place.
Right. And Hegseth said, bye. Yeah. Don't remember that hurt? Smells like death around here. Smells like somebody died. Well, bye.
Bye. Well, I don't know how many people are on those boats when all this happens, probably 3 or 4. But they're killing 100,000 Americans every year. So,
as a Marine, though, you understood that you guys went into battle and risk, but so these guys knew that they were risking, right? They're not innocent. These guys aren't saints.
these drug cartel people, they know what they're doing. They know the risk involved.
Correct. And that was my point when I hear people go, those are innocent people on a boat. No, they chose a boat transporting drugs. Let's not paint them out to be, innocent. They're not innocent at all. They knew what they were doing.
Well, you got to be skilled. Number one, how do you get in a boat and go from there to the United States without knowing what the hell you're doing? GPS? They get
Sure.
you there? Maybe.
Oh, those are house. Yeah, those are $400,000 boats.
I
They just
mean,
they just go.
come on.
But
Let's just get real. The criminals, they're
right,
coming in and stopping it, costing them billions and billions of dollars in cocaine. Good.
but 1 or 2% of Americans, usually the media and then the awkward left, way left, those are innocent men. Uh, no, they knew what they were doing. Sorry,
What's that?
they're harming cartel. Yes, exactly. Combatants.
Yes. Yes. Well, they're part of the terrorist organization now. All the cartels are listed as terrorist organizations. So
I think Pete's probably having too much fun with this.
yeah,
You imagine him getting a phone call going, "We think it's a drug, but kill it, shoot it." He's not even hesitating.
yeah, you're right. You're right. You're so right.
Love Harmer's comment. Cartels equal enemy combatants.
It's,
Absolutely
for an old man like him, he's still pretty smart.
easy, easy.
Oh, did I say that? I didn't say. Love you, Harmy. Harmy's a good dude. Harmy's a great dude. Love him to death. So
For those of you that don't know, Harmy and Hurt and I, we play Call of Duty a lot. It's not that we play Call of Duty, but while we're playing Call of Duty, we're doing exactly what we're doing right now.
having a conversation. That's
And
all
I
you can do.
go ahead.
No, that's all you can do is have a conversation.
Yep.
We're all pretty much on the same side, so we really don't get a different opinion. We always usually agree with everything, but that's what this show's here for. People have different opinions, want to get up here, we'll invite you into this live. We'll sit there and talk to you.
Still
If you
waiting.
want to have a actual debate, talk about things, maybe I can change your mind. Maybe you got something change my mind. My mind's open. I ain't set in stone. But if you can prove me facts and show me something, I'll listen to you. But you get up here and start yelling, screaming, and talking stupid, you're out of here. Gone.
As soon as him and I can figure out how to do TikTok, we'll do that too. We want to debate. We can't. We're sitting here waiting for the first debater, and I hope it's a good debater. I hope it's somebody that can prove me and her wrong. But
Yep.
that's what right. That's what we're trying to do is just talk, without burning down cities, without burning down cars, without the yelling and screaming and calling each other racist or this or that. Or the other. That's what they're trying to do. So the first time that Hurt and I hit it out of the park and start talking to other people, is when I'm gonna get real excited. Because that is my goal. It ain't to come on here and just ramble and ramble. What I want to do is show y'all Americans talking to Americans.
Correct. Oh, and I was looking at that TikTok when we applied for it. They're saying the account ain't been 30 days old. So that's half the problem with it. So I'm working on that too.
Yeah, they probably just want to analyze who you are.
Well, yeah, but my I can put my personal TikTok on there, but I don't know if the show will get credit for it. That's what we need to find out.
Right.
So that's something I'm learning too, folks. There's other channels we want to go to, but right now we're rumbling YouTube. TikTok's going to be coming. Maybe Twitch, maybe some other ones, but
We're
that's what
good.
we're working with right now.
It'll grow.
It will. It will. So
Wait till my mama gets on there and comments. Oh boy.
Who?
My mama.
Oh,
But we got to teach her how to comment. She watches and follows, but she's like, I need to learn how to comment. Once that happens, whoo,
Mrs. Philly, just look at the chat box and start typing the message in there. So, what's the next topic on the night?
the
We
shutdown,
had, huh?
the shutdown.
Yeah, I mean, we can. There ain't nothing new. I
Well,
mean,
my only opinion is the Democrats are screwed because AOC and Schumer are fighting, and the whole country knows that it is a battle inside those two, right, in the Democratic Party. Schumer knows that AOC wants his spot, and Schumer knows that he has to not let this shutdown keep going. So he's going to have to give. AOC and her people are telling him you can't give, and he's trying to tell them eventually we got to give. Otherwise, none of us are reelected. So I love that those two are fighting.
yeah, this is what pisses me off. This is the whole deal on the shutdown. They sent a clean CR to them. Clean. Nothing's changing. Same budget, same everything until we work this. What they're arguing for needs to come in the actual budget that they're trying to get done. Not now. They tried, the Republicans, clean, nothing, no tricks, no nothing under there. We can't do this, can't do that. They want some stuff taken out of the big, beautiful bill. Well, then get this done, open the government up, and then you got 7 weeks to debate this.
Correct.
Why shut it down and ask for 1.5 trillion right now when all we want is the same bill, same budget for 7 more weeks? Nothing
Correct.
added, nothing subtracted. Everybody's getting the same amount of money, but you're pushing for this right now. This ain't time to push for it. Time to push for this is in the next 7 weeks.
So I might be wrong, but folks, it's somewhere between page 51 and 55 that the Democrats clearly say they want 1 point. I said the other night, and Hurt corrected me. I said 1.3, and now it's national news. 1.5 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
The T to support Medicaid and Medicare. And where's that money go? Undocumented foreigners, illegals. It ain't to you and me and her or whoever's listening. So that's where the Republicans are just like, no, this is where we draw the line. We're done here, and we get the news out, and it ain't getting out, man. Nobody is listening. Fox is the only one saying this. CNN ain't doing it, but Schumer and AOC got a problem. They blame it on the Republicans. Oh, we didn't say that. We didn't say that. 1.5 trillion.
Yeah, they want so much money for PBS. They want so much money for NPR to be funded, and the rest. Now, there's two sides of the story on the illegals getting health care. Okay, it's against federal rules, laws for them to use any of the federal money for health care, except I did find this out today. When they go to the emergency room and it's life threatening and they get treated, the federal government is paying some of that bill.
Right.
So the hospitals don't go under. It is this, there's like 13 states that have Medicaid, state Medicaid, like Medi-Cal, and all of them are on, they're allowing certain groups of people to be on that's illegal. Now, technically, any money the federal government sends them to that state, they cannot use that to pay for their Medicaid because it's state Medicaid. So technically that comes out of their budget. But where I argue is there has to be a loophole somewhere. I know it's against the law for them to use it, but where's that money coming from? You robbing Peter to pay Paul, or the taxpayers just paying more out of their pocket per state?
The latter.
So
Bears.
I don't have proof of that. I'll be straight up. I can't find proof where that's happening, but I have a suspicion that my opinion is that's happening.
My question is, if they want 1.5 trillion more, but always say we got to balance the budget, 31 trillion, 37 trillion, we can't do it. And here are the liberals going, well, we want 1.5 trillion more, which puts us in the red. The bill actually keeps us in the black for the first time since the Clinton administration. And I don't like giving him credit, but why do you want $1.5 trillion? Well, it's for the illegals. Why? Because future votes, and you and I both know, and our listeners know, that's what it's all about: is votes. They don't care about money. They don't care about debt. They're just going to keep spending and spending. It's like 1.5 trillion, and the Republicans, no, we ain't going to do it. And the Democrats are saying that's what we want. For who? It ain't
And
for.
see, this is what I think, and I believe that I don't care if you're conservative, constitutionalist, independent, liberal, left, center. Why are we allowing the government to go so far in debt? If you go out and write a check for $1,000 and you can't cash that check in your bank account, you're going to jail.
Yep.
I'm going to jail.
Yep.
How can the government, and we let the government do this, we let them do this. We need to put a stop to it. And if everybody would come together, because this is something we have to agree on. You can't tell me no, I don't agree with that. They can spend what money they want. That's stupid. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong without saying I'm wrong. Then you can tell me how stupid you are without saying you're stupid.
You're not. And I'm telling you, probably 60 to 70% of the people in this country believe that. Same thing. But what we always say, the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Yep.
So the extreme left gets on TV in front of microphones or cameras and bitch and whine and complain and do riots and burn cities down and say we can, make little girls boys and little boys girls. And but the majority of us know it's wrong. All of these things are wrong. You know why it's never been a fight? Because it's never got to this point. And my dad always said, when it gets to the point where you have to stand up and fight, the other side's going to be like, oh my God, I did not see that coming. Because why? For 20, 30, 40 years, conservatives, constitutionalists, what they do? Go to work and vote and bitch. And the liberals thought they had this going, and it was going until Trump popped in. But now all of a sudden, you got conservatives standing up going, I'll fight. You've said it. I've said it. Army said it. Everybody said it. Conservatives all over are tired of this. So maybe this is that time where we say, enough's enough. We're going to push back.
The only thing I see coming out of this shutdown, and people are going to start talking trash on it, but these non-essential jobs, the furloughs, might become permanent layoffs. That's what, $280 million a year?
Yeah.
$280 million a year. Billion, I mean. 280 billion a year. So that's a lot of money for people up there just chewing on fat. I mean, the government is bloated. We got more workers than actually needed in the government.
Doge can only get. So maybe this shutdown, the Republicans, including Trump, are saying, shut it down. Now we can fire them.
Yep. Yeah. Well, they're working on it right now, I guarantee it.
I promise you this. I'm okay with it. Here's why. Because Obama and Clinton and Hillary, well, Bill and Hillary, and Biden all thought it was a good idea to what? Hire a bunch of armed IRS agents? And we're talking 57,000 or 67,000 go door to door and collect taxes, and they're going to be armed. That was the opposite of what we're looking at. So I'm okay with this. Shut it down. Government's too big.
Government is too big. Too much fat. Trim some of the fat. Get rid of it.
Yep.
Get rid of it.
Look at the guy that worked for, I can't remember who you was it, the DOC? He threw the submarine sandwich at the ICE agent.
Yeah.
A federal employee threw a sandwich at a federal law enforcement and thought that was a good idea. That's where we're at, man. There were people in the streets hollering, "Don't do it, don't do it, don't mess with them." There were people of all color, all races, all sects of life saying, "Don't do it." You could tell that this guy was just there to do one thing, and he was a federal employee.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, was he surprised.
Well, you need to be. And he was in the judicial system, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, hello, Mr. Stupid Ass. What do you think's going to happen to you? I'm sorry. I just can't, nothing surprises me anymore in this world. Nothing. Nothing shocks me. I hear something that's like, really? Okay.
Harmony just made a good point. Even if we start balancing the budget, we're still 37 trillion in debt. And
Correct.
and Harmony didn't say this. I'm saying this. The fact that Harmony brought that up, I'm telling you, the first guy we've had in what 30 years is finally saying, my goal is to stop the debt from growing. And Harmony's point of doesn't matter. We're still 37 in the hole.
Yeah, and we're going to be more than that before this gets fixed. And it's going to be rough roads. But there's nothing, unless we come together. The whole thing is, unless we come together as a people, nothing's going to change. As long as they keep us divided, nothing's going to change.
I agree.
Nothing.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
That's all it is. Because they're in the back, oh, he said this, and he said this, and he said this, and Schumer said this. Well, Mike Johnson said this. And at the end of the day, they're all in the gym and at the bar sitting there laughing at us.
Do you believe that now?
I believe the rhinos are like that.
I agree with that.
The rhinos and the old time Republicans have been in there forever. They're I believe they're like that. The newer generation, no. And same as for the liberal side, the Democrats. The new generation, that's another whole problem we have right there. And they're so far apart that I don't ever think they'll see in the middle.
That's Chuck Schumer's problem right now. He thought he was safe and good and cozy, and now he's afraid of AOC. And AOC and her people are saying, "Don't make a deal. Don't make a deal. Don't make a deal." And Chuck knows he has to make a deal because he don't want to be that guy that's shutting the government. I'm telling you, by November 1st, we're back up and running. But I cannot promise Chuck Schumer is not going to lose to AOC in the Senate race.
Well, I can see him losing to her, and then Maldani getting, I think, how do you say it? Maldani
don't win.
If he wins New York as the mayor, and you got AOC as a senator,
the Yorkers with money are leaving.
Buckle up, buttercups, because it's fixing to get rough in New York. I'm fixing to tell you. That's all I'm going to tell you.
I don't care if you leave or stay. What capitalism has done, and anything bought in New York will be a big ass tax. I can't remember how he said, but it was going to be a big inflation tax. He says if companies leave New York, maybe go to Florida, North Carolina, wherever, they can still tax their goods. What he doesn't understand is if your capitalist base leaves where you get your taxes from, and then you're going to try to tax them for sending their goods into New York, guess what they won't do?
Send their goods into New York.
Duh.
So
Communism does not work.
mark this, October 5th, 2025 at 7:07 p.m. If Maldani gets mayor and AOC gets Senate, New York gonna fall. New York City will be. It'll be done.
They're going to need Batman.
They're gonna need more than Batman. They're gonna need Batman, Superman, all the Marvels. They're gonna need everybody.
So 20, what was it, 25, 24 years ago, 9/11 happened in New York. Muslim terrorists. But these young people don't remember it, nor do they care because it doesn't matter to them. And now they're ready to elect a Muslim communist.
Well, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. You're getting into a totally different subject. It ain't that they don't care. It ain't that they don't remember. They were never taught.
They don't know.
They just don't know. People, when you try to erase history, history has a way of repeating itself. You heard that from her.
Yeah. So every one of us that was alive during 9/11, I can tell you where I was at. I know Hurt can tell you. I'm sure Harmony and anybody else can tell you. We're looking at this like, how in the heck do you elect a Muslim communist that already told you he's going to deplete the police force, raise taxes, but the fact is he's a Muslim. And then you add communists, and us older people remember 9/11, and you elected him? I don't know how that happens.
Now, and let's just be clear, people. Not all Muslims are like this. You can argue with me. Scott can argue with me on this. He might not agree with me on this. But not everybody in the Muslim faith is like this. You got the right wing of the Muslims and you got the left wing of the Muslims. Same thing. Same thing.
Well, I'm not going to argue that tonight.
You're not going to argue that tonight?
If you believe and trust and speak in the Quran, it is death to all infidels.
Now, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Absolute.
You have Muslims that believe in the Quran. You don't have any Christian Muslims?
Christian Muslim.
You don't have anybody that went from the Quran to Christian?
Well, maybe.
That's what I'm talking about. Not all Americans are Catholic.
Nope.
Not all Americans are Mormon. Not all Americans are Protestant. Not all Americans are Jehovah's Witnesses.
But doesn't the Quran say kill all infidels?
The infidels, yes.
So if you follow the Quran,
but if you've been overseas and you met people, you got Muslims that read the Quran that don't hate us. Then you got the radical Muslim that take it to the limit. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Correct.
They got radical people just like we got radical people.
I guess my problem is if you read a Bible, a book, or whatever, right, and it says just kill this certain person, you don't get to tell me, well, I don't believe in that part, but I believe in most of it. I don't give a shit if you follow any of that text, then you're the enemy. I'm
I
sorry.
understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. And I agree with you on what you're saying. What I'm disagreeing with you about is you got some that don't hate us.
I could go with that. The
I'm
old
just, I'm just being real here.
8%
Huh?
agree with you. The old topic, 80% of us are good. We all think on 80% of things.
Yep.
But I don't even believe in just Chinese or Japanese or German. Right? There's nothing in my teaching that tells me killing out of hate is okay. That,
Mm-mm.
in my opinion, not a real good Bible.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
So
But
sorry.
still, I mean, that's my personal opinion. That's my experience in life.
Right.
That's all I can tell you. I never judge a book by its cover. I judge it by the individual inside.
Correct.
So
And coming from me, just be nice. Just be nice.
that's what I try to be. I try to be, but I get intolerant too. I have a bad side.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll shut my ears off. No, I don't give a damn what you say. You're wrong. And that's something I'm working on in my old age. It gets harder and harder because I get set in my ways more and more. But I
Yeah.
think I'm right half the time.
There ain't nothing worse than admitting that, oh my gosh, this entire time I was wrong. And that's a point too. I've been saying it the last week or two, and I knew I shocked you. Like, I'm giving people more rope to hang themselves. I'm not attacking. I'm trying to help people just talk. The whole Charlie Kirk thing, I think, changed the world. It was not a country. He changed the entire world.
He did, and he still got people down in Charlie, and that's fine. They won't see the light, and that's okay. But you watch the protests around the world and the mornings around the world over Charlie Kirk, and that might speak for itself. Speaks for itself.
So far, it is.
So, y'all make sure you hit the follow and like button. If you're not watching us live and you're watching it while it's streaming, watch the video off of YouTube or Rumble. And we're not live, still give us a follow, hit the like button.
And if you want to come on the show, comment, say something.
Yep. We'll bring you up. We don't have a problem bringing you up.
Almost done it, what, like 5 times tonight?
Huh?
I was just trying to say, Harmony's done it like 4 or 5 times tonight.
Yeah. He's talking tonight. He ain't sleeping, taking his nap.
Excellent. Good. I get it, Harm. California's screwed.
California's so far in the hole they don't know which way they're coming or going. The
Third,
bad part is there's the sixth largest economy in the world. Is that correct?
yeah, 7th.
Seventh?
Yep.
Well, that's probably because when people moved out, they used to be six, right? But anyways, even if they're seventh largest, they got more economy than some countries have, and they're further in debt. Tell me the problem, people. And they're saying Newsom is supposed to be the next Democratic candidate for president. You gonna let him run the United States like you do California? No.
News. Are you kidding me? Vance will chew him up.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as we get a good showing again. As long as we go, I think we figured out the game now. So
I think we're good for the next 4 to at least 8 years.
yeah, I'd really like to see Vance and Gabbard on the ticket.
Oof.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty damn good if you ask me.
Could you imagine the Republican Party putting and nominating the first woman and she gets elected?
Mm-hmm. I'd like to see it.
I bet it does happen that way.
Oh, she used to be a Democrat. Well, Trump used to be a Democrat.
So did Reagan.
And if you look at it, he's got a lot of the same views that a lot of Democrats had. Used to have.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. We'll be showing some videos about all this. Let me get it down pat where I know I ain't going to screw it all up, and we'll be showing videos on here.
Oh, yeah, or learn.
In the meantime, if you don't know about it, just type in 1995 State of the Union Bill Clinton on illegal immigrants. If you can watch that, and you can honestly come back on this show and tell me any difference that Donald Trump's doing that he did, bring it.
Same speech.
Same exact. He's doing the same thing that Clinton said, and Obama said, and Hillary said. But it's Donald Trump now, and they just can't stand him. Donald Trump lives in their brain for free. For free.
They never seen him come.
Never seen him coming. And they thought he was so done after his first election. And what did that man do? Come back and won it. Yes, sir.
Even Oprah said, "You make a great president."
Well, that's before he went Republican. See, that's what you got to remember. He donated to Hillary. He's got Democratic side was behind him 150%. 150%. You're playing with buttons, didn't you? You played with a button. Yep, you did. And then, now what? Now he's Republican, and all his best friends now hate him. Why? Because they went far left and he stood center. Donald Trump's not far right. Donald Trump is not far right at all.
Hell no, he's middle of the road.
He's very middle of the road. But people can't see that.
Look at Hermie's text.
Well, you took that out of the picture, so I can't. Let me see. Let me pull over here. You took that out of the picture. You hit a button, took it out of the picture. What did he say? Last conservatives to leave California, turn out the lights. The liberals can't pay the bill.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, they're losing people left and right.
Oh, by the millions.
But people, you just brought up something you got me fired up about already. You leave a damn state. You leave a state because you're pissed off the state on how they're running their business. But you move to the great state of Texas. And what the hell do you vote for? The same shit you just left.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? You moved here because we have no state income tax. Property taxes are a little bit high, but not as high as yours. Everything's cheaper. Gas is cheaper. Food's cheaper. Everything's cheaper here. But you want to come in and vote for the same exact shit you just left. Give me a break. Make it make sense. Tell me you're stupid without saying you're stupid.
Like I told you, when I went to Montana, there were literally signs that said, "Welcome to Montana. Leave your politics at the border."
Yep.
You just can't leave California and go someplace else and think, "Oh, it's going to be okay," if you vote and think the same way.
Yep.
So Montana, Florida, Texas don't want you there because all you are is a virus. But they just don't learn.
Yep. See, I'm learning, guys. See, I can click this little button right here, and it puts up what Harmony says. That's a new topic or whatever. I can unclick it. See, I'm learning as we go. I'm learning as we go. Learn something new every day.
You just highlighted it.
Yep. So, if you don't learn something new every day, I think you're dead. That's my point in life. I learn something every day. I'm 57.
Listen to Harmony.
Yeah. Yep. 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 See that? Look at that. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's just, it doesn't make sense. Make it make sense to me. You're leaving someplace bad to go back and vote for the same damn thing you got in another state that doesn't have those values. Make it make sense.
If you don't like where you're at and you leave, maybe leave your politics and your opinions when you do leave. That's always been my point. How do you leave California and then go to Montana, California, or I'm sorry, Florida or Texas with the same opinions? You're the problem. You're going somewhere where it's better. Why? Because you already chose to go there. And once you land there, you start bitching and talking. Shut the fuck up and let the locals do it.
Yep.
I'm confused how if you're going to leave somewhere that sucks to go somewhere where it's great, how about not bring up the opinions and the problems from where you came from? It don't work.
No, it doesn't.
I'm telling you right now, people in Montana ain't handling it. No way. It ain't going on. It's worse than Texas. Signs are built. Welcome, but leave your politics at the door.
Yep. You're correct. You are correct.
But my boy Joe Rogan, he's your neighbor now, right?
Yeah.
Tesla, your neighbor.
Yeah. SpaceX.
Your neighbor.
Yep. Well, they're all kinfolk now, actually. No, they are. They're all here. They're all here. So,
And there's Newsom saying California is okay. Bro, you're $2 billion in debt.
what happens if Silicon Valley up and moves?
Elon already did.
Yeah, there's a lot of other companies there.
They'll leave.
I don't know if we want them here, though. We'll find out.
Not if they bring their politics.
No, a lot of them are pretty hard left. So,
Hurt, good job tonight, man.
I appreciate it. I'm trying.
We're learning.
And we'll keep on learning. And we'll get better and better and better and better. That's all we can do. Get better for y'all. Faster the better for me. Because I get aggravated. Don't know how to do stuff.
No.
Grass stems is greener, better on the other side of the hill. Grass is greener on the other side of the hill.
Yeah, but
Yeah. It is. If we get rid of some of our rhinos, it's really going to be good.
yeah, I love those debates with Democrat friends. What about your rhinos? What about the big shot Republicans? I'm like, they need to go too.
Yeah. I'm all for getting them out too.
Hurt and I always say we're not Republican, we're not Democrat. There's Republicans got to go.
But I won't kick a rhino out unless I know I can put somebody in there that'll be the Democrat.
Well, there you go. There's politics, folks. 101, and he's right.
So that's the only thing that bothers me. So
Anyway, I say keep it shut down. Don't open it back up. Make Chuck and AOC fight it out. This ain't a Republican thing right now. Everybody in the world, especially in this country, knows it. This is a party affiliation thing.
oh yeah, but you see on all the places, well, you know, we got the presidency, the House, and the Senate, and we still got government shut down. That's because the filibuster happened, and you need 60 votes.
People don't understand. You need majority.
Well, because of the filibuster. We wouldn't have needed that, but they pulled the filibuster. And when you pull the filibuster, now we need 60 votes. And we only got 53. So we need 7.
Yep.
So all the Republicans voted yes. Democrats were voting no.
I bet by Halloween we get them.
Man, I'm telling you what, they don't want it to go 61 days. They can go 61 days and then those cuts are permanent. Trump will make those cuts permanent.
And then he gets to fire people.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So, anyways.
We should explain that the next show.
We will. We'll get all that done.
News is already saying Trump's going to fire. Yeah, he does have the right, and he can. It should.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Well, Scott just shut out. Don't know what happened to him. His phone might have died. I bet you his phone died. But anyways, folks, thanks for watching tonight. Be safe. God bless. Just remember, I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, whatever. We can agree on 80% of the stuff. Let's go fixing some stuff. Love y'all.